when we look at the area of entrepreneurship, it is luck. Okay, it's luck that you're in the right position, you're in the right place and the right time, but it doesn't mean that you will always succeed. Okay, and you always have to protect yourself. And one thing that I mentioned last class is that one of the things that is an asset is that many people kind of overlook this, is that when you take a business related course in college, university, you prepare yourself. Okay. There's a lot of individuals who get into business and then realize that they're missing something. They do not understand how to sell an item, how to market it, advertising, business administration, organizational behavior, accounting even. Okay, I'm not saying to be an accountant. Some people do not like it, but when you get an accounting statement, you really have to know what's going on. And even though you have a really good idea in your business, one of the things that does lack is, of course, the area of business knowledge. Okay, so if you have a particular business knowledge going on, you definitely have a better situation that you can be in. So eventually that you can hopefully make some, progress and some development over time. Okay, but what I have for you guys is a video that talks about what they do not tell you about entrepreneurship and some of the things that maybe I do not tell you specifically. The school does not tell us specifically, and just the general public. Okay, there's a lot of things that don't come in together. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to get a specialist on it and see exactly their own perspective of what they think about starting a business and creating it from scratch. So what I'm have for you guys is a TED video, a TED talk by an individual called Mark, I believe Letroff, or Mark Leruste, okay? And Mark Leruste is going to show you a little bit more about what it takes to become an entrepreneur and what they don't tell you about entrepreneurship, okay? The good side, the bad side, and the unknown side. So what I want you guys to do is I'm going to show you a quick video about it, and I'm going to get your attention over to my slide here, and I'm going to share my sound. I'm not going to optimize the screen because it takes a long time. I'm going to CC the item for you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it up for you. Okay. So take a look at this particular video and let me know what it is all about. Okay. Take a look, enjoy, and let me know what you think.
At TEDx, about to give a killer talk. If only they could see me now. Next stop, Oprah.
Can you guys hear it okay?
Living the dream. Hashtag winning. Hashtag
good, thank you.
Oh, how could I forget? My life is amazing. I wake up at 5 a.m. every day with a big smile on my face. And that's without an alarm clock. And you know why? Because my passion wakes me. You see, after an hour of power yoga, I hop in a cold shower where I visualize my goals before I jump on a podcast and green a green smoothie. That's before most of you have even had time to scroll through your first social media feed. Yes, unlike you, I have the freedom to decide how I spend my days. I go on holiday when I want, where I want, and for how long I want. But you already know that because you obviously follow me on Instagram. You see, success is my first, last, and middle name. Yes, you've guessed it. I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm living the dream. It's funny because it almost sounds true. And it makes me wonder, who is that guy? Well, that's me. At least that's what you would think if you looked at my social media feed. You see, we're currently riding a wave where entrepreneurship is hip. And like any fad, when it doesn't go to plan, it's really easy to put on a brave face, keep up appearances, and pretend like you're successful even if you have no idea what you're doing. But when did it become cool to become an entrepreneur? In fact, who here runs a business? Do you feel cool? Because I don't know about you, but I do not feel cool. In fact, most of the time, I feel lonely. I worry, I stress about money on a daily basis, and this was so not meant to be the plan. You see, about a year ago, almost to the day, I quit a job after spending a decade working across the corporate sector, the non-for-profit, and the charity sector, thinking that if I quit my job, everything I ever dreamed for in life would come true. Because obviously, being your own boss means that you have the flexibility, freedom, and success is bottomless. Well, it wasn't the case. You see, maybe what it looks like on the outside through all my podcasts and YouTube videos, it looks like I'm having a ball of a time. But I actually spend 80% of my time staring nothing but a screen, and sometimes I don't even bother leaving the flat or wash. But don't tell my girlfriend that, because she thinks I do. And this got me thinking. It's the same thing that when my friends call me up and say, hey, Mark, do you want to catch up for a beer? And I say, I'm sorry, I've got other plans. I'm busy. But I'm not busy. I'm just really, really worried about how my business is actually doing. And so I feel like I can't share that. And this is something that I've seen over and over again. So I'm the host of the most unpronounceable podcast ever known to mankind. As dyslexic, I could have picked a better name. The Unconventionalists. And effectively what it is, I get to speak to a whole bunch of really exciting people from all walks of life who've experienced different levels of success. And let me tell you this. It doesn't matter if you're a one-man band or if you're a business with 1,000 employees. If you have 100 followers or if you have 1 million. The resounding feeling is how tough the journey is and how lonely it can sometimes feel. Now, if you look at the statistics, it's pretty scary. Out of the 5.5 million businesses in the UK, 76% of them were started by people who employ no one but themselves. So it's a pretty lonesome journey, to say the least, for almost 3/4 of us. And yet we feel like we can't open up and talk about it because we've made up that tears don't sell. And so we live with this dirty little secret, except this secret is something that everyone who's ever started a business knows oh too well. And I started thinking, if you look at the statistics and you look at Company House data, it looks like, actually, in 2016, it was another record-breaking year of 75 new businesses every single hour. That's insane. Bloomberg says that actually 8 out of 10 entrepreneurs fail within the first 18 months. And there was a study by the Professor Michael Freeman from the University of California that basically studied the link between entrepreneurship and mental health issues. And he found that 1 in 3 entrepreneurs experiences depression. When the hell did entrepreneurship become trendy? Especially when you look 20 years ago, and it was basically a bunch of geeky guys living in a box staring at a screen. Well, you see, when I quit Movember, I thought that everything was going to come to me. I could have never imagined that after spending 4 years in a dream job as country manager, raising 2.8 million euros for Men's Health, hobnobbing with celebrities, being interviewed on national television, and being part of an incredible team, all that to start my own business would be so tough and lonely. So when my friends and family ask me, so, how are things going? I smile, I grind my teeth, and I say, great. When really, what I want to say is, this is the toughest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm really struggling. And if you can relate to this situation, I want you to know that actually, being vulnerable and telling your friends that you're hurting is the best way for them to know you need help. And I know that's scary. But instead, I've been guilty of putting up a mask and feeding the myth that being an entrepreneur and living the entrepreneurial lifestyle is the lifestyle we should all aspire to. And that got me thinking, surely there must be a reason why so many people are thinking about starting their business. Well, I think, this is my opinion, that because of the thanks to the rise of the superstar entrepreneur, including Elon Musk, Richard Branson, and Steve Jobs, the rise of the superstar entrepreneur has given birth to the new aspiring celebrity of the 21st century. Social media and front cover magazines have labeled it. They make it sound sexy and they make it sound cool. And you know what it is? It feeds into our need to be recognized, to be famous, to be rich. But is the allure of being an entrepreneur for the chase of fame and fortune really all there is to it? No. It goes deeper than that. Consider the Gallup study that found that 87% of workers worldwide feel emotionally disengaged from the work they do. And as a self-proclaimed millennial, we've got a bit of a pickle, especially when you know that millennials are the most purpose-driven generation in decades. So there's no denying that we're currently facing a crisis at work when it comes down to finding purpose. Take a look at this mythical ad of a dream job. And for those of you at the back who can't read it, men wanted for hazardous journey, small wages, bitter cold, long months of complete darkness, constant danger, safe return, doubtful. Honor and recognition in case of success. Would you apply to that ad? Well, according to the book, The 100 Greatest Advertisements, 5,000 men responded to Sir Ernest Shackleton's ad ahead of his third expedition to the South Pole, Endurance, in the early 1900s. 5,000 people. And you know what else this ad could apply to? You've guessed it. Pretty much any startup or any new business or any bold idea you come across. Because the way that he sorted out these 5,000 applicants was by putting them either in mad, hopeless, or possible. And if you've ever tried anything bold in life, you'll know what I mean when I say it's very difficult to know in which category you come across. So the question becomes, why would thousands of people want to join Sir Shackleton down to South Pole? And would this still be applied today? And if you think it wouldn't, think again. Mars One, a controversial Dutch company, announced in 2013 that its mission was to establish a permanent human settlement on Mars in 2023. 2 men and 2 women would originally be sent, and then 4 more would follow every 2 years. The catch? There is no return expected to planet Earth. Labeled as the one-way ticket to humankind's biggest adventure, more than 200,000 people registered their interest in 2013. That's insane. So actually, why would people join Sir Shackleton 100 years ago? And the reason why hundreds of thousands of people are willing to leave everything behind to join history to the chase for Mars is the same reason why so many people are attracted to the idea of becoming an entrepreneur. It's our deeper yearning for a sense of purpose. Now, Professor Steve Taylor, the senior lecturer in psychology at Leeds Beckett University, said that not having a sense of purpose makes us more vulnerable to anxiety, boredom, and depression. Because baked in every single human brain, from our ancestors fighting off saber-toothed tigers to us wrestling a really bad Wi-Fi connection, we all have a desire for purpose. It's our thirst for a mission. It's our yearning for a quest and to fulfill it. Psychology science even went as far as saying that having a sense of purpose gives you a much better chance of having a longer life than pretty much anything else. So your life depends on it. It's a bit of pressure, right? Well, that kind of pressure is exactly where we go wrong about finding your purpose. You see, what really bugs me is that people make up that when you talk about finding your meaning of being or your purpose, you've got to find the meaning of life. You've got to find the meaning of your life. And that's a really big ask. The way I see it is that if it was a thorny issue for Aristotle, then I should probably keep it simple. And if you don't know what a quest is, and you don't know what purpose is, look around you. They're everywhere. They're in the books you read, in the stories you tell, in the movies you watch. I've been obsessed with this concept of quest and finding a quest. And I've spoken to hundreds of people who started theirs. And this is what I've learned. They come in all shapes and sizes. They're not measured by how impactful they are, but rather how they make you feel when you think about them, when you're actively pursuing them. I want to give you an example of a really small quest, what I've come to label micro quests. Now, you see, a few years ago, I had this really stupid idea to see if I could start a drink startup in 7 days with £100. And this was while I still had a full-time job, by the way. So I'd wake up at 6 a.m., do recipes. I was traveling, try and cross the border of Belgium with 1 kilo of protein powder in your bag. And the crazy thing is that I ended up working my butt off for 7 days, went to a festival in the woods, and I sold all my plant-based protein shakes. I made a whopping net profit of £9. It was the happiest I'd been. Of course, I had no idea if this was going to work, but actually, when you look at it, I was trying to answer a deeper question. Is it possible to start a business in a week with £100 or less? Now, I can't tell you what your quest is, but I can tell you what it feels like in case you hear it knocking on your door. It's something that, for whatever reason, is grabbing your curiosity, even when you don't want it to. Perhaps you're thinking about it when you're in the shower, or maybe it's something to do when you're doing over the weekend. But I'd like to share with you another example. Take Laurie Portker, who, for 1.5 years, decided to paint 100 individual pieces of art for 100 people in her life who meant something, from her husband to her hairdresser to the mechanic. Her quest was to express her gratitude through her art. And in the end, she brought all these people together in a really emotional exhibition in her hometown of North Carolina. Now, you see, this yearning we have of having a quest, having a purpose, is at the heart of why so many people believe that starting a business is the only way to get that sense of freedom, adventure, and purpose. But it's not. Of course it can be, and admittedly, it has been for me. Yes, 1 year ago when I quit my job to start my business, it's been the hardest thing I've ever done. But it's also been the most rewarding thing I've ever done. And this is what I've realized, is that actually, you think you want to start a business, but what you're actually looking for is a quest. You can find purpose and meaning working with an organization, and you can find it on your free time. And you can find it on the weekend. If you don't know where to start, which tends to be the majority of everyone I speak to, trust the things that you're curious about. Follow the things that you're interested about. Those are your breadcrumbs. Don't dismiss them. They sometimes feel like there's no way I could be interested in barbecues or violin. And next thing you know, they lead you to your quest. Those are the breadcrumbs. Trust them. And if they scare you, that is so good. Because what scares us most is most often what we most need to do. Take Paul Graham, the co-founder of Y Combinator, the most sought-after startup accelerator in the world, who said, it seems in order to do really big things, you need to start by doing deceptively small things. So whether your quest is an entrepreneurial one or not, I urge you to start today. Don't wait. Because if everyone had a purpose, no matter how small, the world would be a better place for us all. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so this guy is an entrepreneur. He told you about the highs and lows of it. He told you that, in the end of the day, entrepreneurship is not all about money and fame. It's about a quest. People have a quest, a journey, a meaning. And that's where he starts to go into it. All right, so I want to find your quest as well. My interest for you guys for today is to find out if you have a quest or not. Okay, to do so, I have some instructions I am going to give you guys, and the instructions are very simple. When you are going to be in today's class, I want you guys to go to this website down below, www.bbc.ca. And in that specific website, they have a self-assessment, entrepreneur potential self-assessment quiz. It's about 50 questions. I would say it's kind of like 5 pages, but you just answer it from 1 to 5. Be honest. There's no mark here, okay? And then when you're done, what you're going to do is the following, okay? So number 1, guys, you're going to go to this website, and the self-assessment is down below. Number 2, you will complete the assessment. When you're done the assessment, okay, what you're going to do is you will print it out, but you're not going to print it out with paper. You're going to print it out, and it is a PDF file. Okay, they give you an option to create a PDF file. You will create a PDF file, submit it on eCentennial for results. Okay, and the assessment is open today. Please complete the assessment only within classroom times. I would tell you that honestly, it should take about 10 to 15 minutes, no more. Okay, so again, what you're going to do is the following. When you're done, you're going to see this particular on the left side, this particular page. Okay, if you have entrepreneurial potential self-assessment and you completed it, you will get the results. It will explain how you interpret the results. You're going to click on the print icon, and on the print icon, it usually will print you about 4 pages. Do not click your local printer or a physical printer. You're going to go down where it says printer, and you're going to save it as a PDF. And when you save it as a PDF, all you have to put in is your number, your student number, your name, and that's it, and you submit it to me. Okay? Any questions about the in-class assessment?
Teacher, sorry, but where can I find the assignment?
So you can find the assignment in today's lecture. If you go to week number 9, I left you there the assignment, and under the assignment, what you're going to have is you're going to have instructions on how to do this. It's basically the same page, the same slide.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you just follow me here, Gustavo. If you go into okay, perfect. Nathan got it for you guys. If you go into this particular website down below, okay. And I'm just going to show you my website, my page here. Just follow me here. And the web page is okay. So I'm just going to wait for my page to load. Can you guys see my page? It's on YouTube right now.
Yes, teacher.
Good. All right. So in week number 9, it's assignment 2 in class. Okay. It's going to be worth with your assignment discussion and activities. So the activity is down here. Okay. You basically have until 12:30 to complete it. Okay. But what you do is you click on it, and the slide that I've given you is right here. Okay. So you click on it, submit it, and then you're done. Okay. And there's only one mark you get. Either you get marked full or no mark, basically. Okay, so again, there's no quiz per se on it. Okay, it's not a quiz for mark. It's to determine if you are a entrepreneur. And again, guys, please remember the assignment number 2 in class is available under here. Okay, and it should take you honestly 10-15 minutes, no more. It's only 5 pages. You click on it. Yeah.
I can see the assignment in the week 9.
Yes, in week number 9, correct.
No, I mean I can't.
You can't see it in week number 9?
Yes, it's only just the 2 PDF.
Just refresh it for a second.
I already done it.
Refresh it again.
Wait.
Refresh.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, perfect. Okay, you're on the right track. So please, guys, what you need to do is you're going to go into assignment number 2 in class. You will click on it. You will complete it before the end of class, and you're good to go. Okay. All right. Sorry, Professor, I can see the link. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Gioconda, can you see the link? Now, can anybody see the link? Thumbs up for I can see the link. Now I can see it. All right. Okay, we're on the same page. Awesome. Okay, so that is the first half of our class. The second one that I want to show you guys is I want to talk a little bit about our assignment. Okay, so the assignment that I'm going to release to you guys is going to be due on March the 20th. It's all about ethics and global community equality. So basically the purpose of the GCE and ethics assignment is for this assignment, students will have to reflect and apply what they have learned so far regarding ethics, both in this class and other classes in business and how it relates to the business chapter, okay? This assignment will also assess what students think about ethics and business in relation to the following three global citizens and equity outcomes. So basically it's ethics and then GCE, global citizens and equity. So the three outcomes that we look for is to identify one's role and responsibilities as a global citizen in the personal and professional life. That's number one. GCE part number one outcome. GCE outcome number four is to analyze the use of the world's resources to achieve sustainability and equitable distribution at the personal level, professional, and the global level. And the last one, GCE number six, is support personal and social responsibility initiative at the local, national, and global arena. Okay. So what you're going to do is the following, the outcomes. Under the outcomes, while applying key concepts from ethics along with the GCE outcomes in the focus assignment, what you will do is that you will find some concepts from our previous chapter, hopefully chapter 2 and 3. And what you will do is apply them. Students will be able to critically think about how the key concepts will be taken from the chapters and demonstrate to me your ability to analyze, evaluate, and apply relevant information from a variety of different sources, including my class, other classes, and your own personal experience. So one of the essential employability skills outcome of this course is that you guys are encouraged to use additional sources other than the textbook and the outcome as well to come up with different solutions. So the idea of the assignment, the reason why we're doing this assignment is that this will help you understand and reflect on your own ethics, okay? We want to see how you feel about ethics, okay? Business ethics and how it intertwines by reflecting and applying key concepts from my chapters and how the global GCE outcome relates to you and how it relates to your business learning. So an important concept in considering the result of the survey is workplace values. Okay, so a lot of times there's different indicators that ultimately will involve ethics, and demonstrating what you know about ethics right now will not only be an asset to you, but it'll be very valuable to you when you are a student and when you graduate. Okay, so I want to make sure that you know a lot about ethics because it plays an important role for us on our daily lives. So the instructions are very simple here, guys. What you would do is, along with the chapters from the textbook and from our slides, there's two additional items that you need to be completed. And these ones are the questions in the assignment. What I would ask you guys is to first watch a YouTube video by The Story of Stuff. And I give you the link. And then the next thing you will do is do an assessment which talks about change makers, and we'll go to the website storyofstuff.org and do the assessment online and then get the results if you were to get the results today. So today is kind of a pre-result test for you guys. So after you answer the questions in the quiz, and again, no question is wrong or right, you will need to enter your name and email address to get the results of the survey. Save your information about the type of change maker you are. Okay, so I can see it. And then you will need the results to complete one of the questions in the assignment. Okay, and the questions that I have for you guys is the following. Answer the question based on what you have learned from the video and applying the key concept from the chapters to the GCE outcome. You will respond in a question in different paragraph format and essay style. Each question should take no more than about 1 to 2 pages, and single space, leave space between each paragraph, use the heading provided, and organize your work altogether. The first question is management, stakeholders, and ethics on page 65, and see the next slide. I'll show you what it is. In a textbook, there is an image that depicts management relationship to stakeholders. And what I want you guys to do with reference to the stakeholders represented in that image, what ethical dilemmas does the story of stuff present and discuss when it comes to management ideals? So in this particular one, if you guys remember our ethics class, do you guys remember this particular picture, which you talked about the corporation and its managers, how a corporation has stakeholders? You guys recall it? Maybe. Yeah, all right, thank you. So the corporation has, of course, the owners, and the corporation has managers, and then it has its customers, which are stakeholders, the community who works in its stakeholders, suppliers, workers, everybody can be a stakeholder. And we mentioned that even our community, we're in a community of Scarborough. That's a stakeholder. Okay, we're stakeholders, and the goal is that we want to make sure that we know exactly who is a player in our field. So assignment questions that you will do is that ethics will be in practice. So using one of the companies from the website below, I want you to identify a company that you think best represents GCE number 6, and their website is called Grow Ensemble. Okay, and what you would do is you will first discuss how the company you chose demonstrates social responsibility, we call it CSR, and initiatives at the local, national, and international arena. Choose specific initiatives that they undertake, discuss stakeholders involved, and how it relates to philanthropy and Carroll's Pyramid, which we talked about in class. Again, refer back to ethics and look at what Carroll's Pyramid has done and decide if this relates to you. Next, you're going to discuss the company you chose which is one of the ways that will help you personally discuss it with advancing your business responsibilities, your business skills, business acumen, social responsibility at both the local municipal level, the national level, and even the international arena as well. And last but not least, then there's a reflection on ethics. And what I want you guys to do is to look at the reflections on ethical dilemma. So finally, discuss how this assignment that we've done after you did the quiz, after you answer the questions, how does it help you identify your roles and responsibilities as a global citizen, as somebody who cares about the environment, creating profit, being a business person, and the professional life that you chose to be, okay? So to guide your response, what I want you guys to do is to answer the question, what you have learned regarding how you recognize ethics in a company and connect it to the GCE number 1. Then what you're going to do is conclude by discussing your individual approach to ethics. And again, please remember to connect it with GCE number 1 and how you will respond back to it. Okay. Please try to include your quiz, how it relates back to the quiz that you will take, your ability to be proactive and become a global citizen as well. Okay. So one sec, we have some fan mail from, hi sir, that assignment you're talking about is a group assignment. No, Raquel, is not a group assignment. It is your own personal ethics. Okay, your own personal ethics. There is no group assignment for this one. Okay, thank you. So a checklist of when you're done. Okay, so what you guys have to do is that by the time that you are done this particular assignment, please answer all the questions that are needed. Make sure I've given you also a Word document, or sorry, a PDF document that will explain it easily. I just broken the PDF document down to a PowerPoint. Make sure that you have used APA in-text citation if needed per sentence, where you have used your facts, ideas, concepts, and quotes, and paraphrase information. Again, since you guys are in your first semester, I'm not going to go after APA style, but please remember, if you're looking to expand, and especially it's going to be important later on, please remember that APA style is very important. Make sure that you have included a complete APA reference style on your end of the assignment. Make sure that there's no spelling, grammatical errors. Be sure that you have written items that are clear, concise, and make sense. Okay. Also make sure that there are headings for each question and documentation presentation that will look nice, professional, and with good written material. And in total, there should be a minimum of about 3 pages. Maximum, don't go over 6 pages. Okay. Because then I have to burn the midnight oil. The APA reference page is by itself, so you don't have to worry about it. And also, when you submit, please kindly create a cover page. Okay, go make a cover page, write your name, your student number. You can choose a template if you like. And on the cover page, put your first, last name, your centennial student number, your date submitted, your course code, professor's name, if you still remember my name, and beyond. Okay. Save your item in MS Word. You can put it as PDF file or Word document, your call. But if you use anything else but MS Word, please PDF it, okay? ODT pages, XLM, whatever you want to use. Sometimes I cannot read it, and so can't the, unfortunately, D2L, the Centennial. So make sure you submit your PDF file to the Dropbox in the assignment. Make sure that you put in the right location. Make sure you put the right one, okay? Because if you put the wrong one, I cannot mark you. And the due date, it was going to be this week, week 8 to week 9 at Saturday at 11:59, but I pushed it to you guys. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a break. I'm going to give you guys March 20th to complete it. Okay. So additional resources are available. Okay. Some additional resources that I have for you guys. Yes. Ta-da. Extra time. You guys need extra time. I just want you guys to focus right now on the in-class assessment, do the quiz, submit it to me, and you'll get full marks, okay? And every single week, we're gonna have all these activities, and that will boost up your marks for your activity and discussion. So additional resources I have for you guys. You could use the college library, really good. They can help you out with helping you guys with English academic writing, APA styles if you need it. There's a lot of examples for you. And I put it on a file, so you can go to APA Citation Guide by Columbia College. They're really well. ESL Writing Labs by University of Purdue. Or if you're confused or worried about plagiarism, you can read an article and some tips to help you out. Please remember, if you need any clarification while you're doing this particular project, don't hesitate to contact me, okay? I leave time in class, before class, after class, to be able to answer these questions. So please make sure to do it on time, okay? Any questions about this particular topic or this particular assignment? So it's an individual assignment, and you have roughly not 1, not 2, not 3, 12 days to complete it. Okay, 12 wonderful days to get it to me. Any questions before the donkey is going to make some questions?
No, no, Professor.
Thank you, Margie. So guys, 2 things you have for me right now, okay? Number 1, you have the assessment by BDC. Please make sure to complete it. And number 2, when you're done, you can start working on your GSC and ethics assignment. Please complete it, submit it to me, and then you are good to go. Okay. All right. Any other things that I can highlight here? So guys, what I want to do right now, I've given you everything that's needed. Please make sure you can complete it. And I recommend and encourage you guys to stick around, complete it, get it done, and then submit it. So I'll give you time in class with the full hour right now to complete your assessment and then get it to me. So please utilize your time, be well organized, and make sure that you can complete the work for me. Okay. Anything else that I can highlight here? It's clear? No, no other questions? Okay, so guys, please make sure to work on it. I will be in class should you need any assistance, okay? I still have to talk to a couple of people, so please make sure that you do it. If you're comfortable working outside of class, by all means. You guys are adults, you guys can do it. But if you still need to be in class, please make sure to utilize the time right now. Okay, guys? All right, good luck. I will be here. Should you need me, just request me. And I'm going to talk to a couple of students. Please stick around. If not, sayonara. But if you need the time in class, I definitely recommend doing it right now. Get the BDC done before 12:30 and get it to me as soon as possible. Okay? All right. Okay, so guys, I'm just gonna talk to a couple of people. 1 second. I'm just gonna open up a breakout room and I'm gonna sign it automatically. I'm gonna create it and I'm finally gonna talk to that person. Okay. Just stick around and then we will be back. If you still want to stick around, awesome. If you want to call it a day, by all means. But again, please remember by 12:30, you need to complete the BDC, okay? So take 10, 15 minutes to complete it and get it to me as soon as possible, okay? All right, thank you. Rajbir, are you still here? Rajbir Kaur, can you please join the breakout room? You're wanted on the telephone. Okay. All right, I'll be around. Please, guys, if you have any questions, let me help. And if you are done, you can let me know. But please complete your BDC assignment as soon as possible. BDC is a priority right now. GCE and ethics is secondary. Okay. Thank you. All right, good stuff, guys. I've received already 2 entries. I'm looking for more. All right, so definitely 2 entries are there. Good stuff. More to come. I'm looking forward to your results and your mark. Nathan, are you still here? Nathan? Nathan?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Yeah, hey, you did a great job. Awesome. You just have to submit it right now. Just go into, I'll just show you very quickly. If you go
Okay.
into, 1 second, I'm just going to pull out there because I was looking at who submitted it. if you click on the in-class assignment right here,
Oh,
and
okay.
you submit it, and you'll get the marks because I have to connect it to your.
Sorry.
No worries, no worries. You did a really good job,
Okay.
and maybe an entrepreneur at the end. But think inside the Dropbox.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good stuff. Thank you.
Teacher, I have already finished. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend.
You as well. Thank you, Gustavo. Looking forward to your results.